Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Hello and welcome. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whenever you are, to the Arcadia Network. My name is Krona, and as always, I'm your streamer for the night. How's everyone feeling? Hopefully you're feeling really good today. It looks like we've got a good stream for you tonight. I do need to turn some lights on though. It's a little dark in here. Luckily, I've got you guys on a special camera that keeps the light general, but the ring light ain't gonna deal with it. But, hello and welcome. Today we're going into Honkai Star Rail's latest patch, and it's gonna suck having to split this one in half, but it's necessary, I think. You know, there's gonna be a lot to do. Now, we have 2 new characters out, and I may have changed my mind since the last time I played Honkai. So, originally, we were going to only pull for Cypher, but that doesn't feel right. As a healer main, it feels only right that we also give a few pulls into Hyacinth, but I am not focusing on getting Hyacinth. What I am planning to do is summon until we get a 5-star. If we get her, that's great. If we don't, well, oh well. I have a guarantee for Cypher, and it means I can start earning summons for Fanart, because we know Fanart is in the next pack. Now, Fanart is another character I really want. In Honkai Impact 3rd, I really wanted to play as Kevin at some point. You know? Yeah, you couldn't. You couldn't play as Kevin in that game. You could play as Kiana, not as Kevin. I wanted to play as Kevin, especially after how he looked at the end of Impact 3rd's first part of story. And in fact, from what I've seen, Fanart looks very similar to it. So, you know, close enough. And I do know that the Saber stuff is out during that patch, which is going to be a pain in the ass. But I would rather get Fanart than Saber. I don't really care so much for Fate Stay Night, you know? Or any of the Fate series, really. I don't really care about it. It's cool that it's collabing, and it's a notable one, but not really one I care for. Right, though. Shall we get off to some summons, shall we? I think that sounds reasonable. Let's scroll on over. And we haven't got a special location today. We're just going to go straight to the summons. Now, one thing I will say. Nice. Under our records, obviously we did summon quite a bit since Castoris. Okay, so we've had about 40. Just under 40 since Castoris. So, with this many summons, we could get lucky. We should come home early on these summons, though. We're about gonna hit the 40 now. In fact, let's hit the 40 now with a single. Ow, my ears. I gotta turn it down in my ears. And let's go, shall we? From our 40 to our 50. Our 50 to our 60. $60 to $70. Now we got to the 50-50 chances. Here we go! Will she come home? That's the question. Bye, bomb! Right. Let's turn this on. If she comes home, that's going to be exciting. If not, that's going to be unfortunate. But, again, I don't really want to put myself in a bad situation for the release of Fanart. My controller isn't working. That is remembrance. That was a remembrance, Micah. We got the fattest fuck. Look at him up there. Hey, okay. Well, I suppose we have to build Hyacinth now, don't we? Ta-da! So the healer main gets to continue being a healer main, and we still have enough to confirm Cypher, plus whatever's in this patch, you know? Oh, we have a Hanya. Oh, from the event.
The obscure prophecy of Dream. A star from the heavens has enlightened my path.
She was the only one I didn't get from... I didn't have as a C6 from the event, so... Right. I suppose we need to level you up. Now...
I need more vivid colors to heal this world.
My eyes! It's so gay! Oh, the vivid colors! My eyes are blind! Ah! I'm not against vivid colors. Are these from the... Oh, these from the thingy guys.
I need more vivid colors to heal this world. May our journey's end be one without darkness.
But I like darkness, Hyacinth. How could you do this to me? I love darkness.
The road ahead is already illuminated by a faint light.
How could you betray me so? Can you believe it, guys?
The road ahead is already illuminated by a faint light.
They have 100% crit rate? No wonder why you don't need to bother crit rate on Hyacinth. I knew the build said to prioritize crit rate. I didn't know why. There we go. There we go. We can just do this now. Or crit damage, sorry. Let's level up the members right as well. Ika, aka Fat Fuck. It's a shame I record on Tuesdays. It can't be Fat Fuck Friday. Although I could release this on a Friday. It's Fat Fuck Friday, you fucking losers. I love that song, that like parent song. Oh.
The road ahead is already illuminated by a
Actually
faint
running
light.
out of pieces. Okay. Can we actually max level it though? That's the question. Oh. Hopefully the audio issues aren't coming through on... Wait, hang on, what? How come I don't have enough of these? It said I had enough. Game, did you lie to me about not having enough of these? I should have enough to just use these. I don't usually use these tiers, as you can tell by the 2,000 of them that I have. So I don't mind using them here, but I will make sure for Cypher that, you know, this doesn't happen. So I'm guessing these are Ika's ones, right? Yeah, these are Ika's. Light cone, right. Right. I'm missing something. Something super important for her. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to get her to reach her speed yet. Because she wants to be over 200 speed, by the way. Yeah. I'm going to need to do a bit of work to get her to speed. Or up to speed. So I suppose that's probably going to be my farming for the next few weeks. Doing everything I can to get her to speed up. Because she wants to be over 200 speed, I believe. Which is obviously pretty goddamn fast. So what I'm missing is, funnily enough, can you hear the gears in my head slowly, generally turn? What's game tools? I know what I'm missing. I don't know if I have the resources to buy it. I want to use the shop, right? Oh god. Oh, it's gonna make me do this tutorial, isn't it? Oh, game. I don't want to do the tutorial right now. I've kinda done it. Do I have enough? Oh, I most definitely do. Is it Tails? Preservation. Remembrance! The memory curtain never falls. There we go. And we want... Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I just realized these are the event ones. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna bash that. That's kind of cool. That those are here. All right, Hyacinth. Where'd you go? Where did she go? Where did you go, you pink pony club? I mean, she clearly goes. Right. Will we be able to full cap this? Yes, but again, I'm gonna have to use all of the things. Nah, you get them so abundantly. Again, I didn't really decide I was pulling Hyacinth until, like, not too long ago, so... What? Why are you using these books now? Why are we using bad light cones now? Why not before? What is this game? What is this game sometimes? There we go. So there we go, level 5, ready for her. Speed is now 161. Again, not as fast as she needs to go. Fire in the hole. 182. There's no other way of really increasing her speed. Except for using all of these with speed. I have no speed. The problem is hoping speed gets buffed. Because this will normally happen. I suppose that's what I need to do, is I need to play items where I can buff her speed. Then. That's okay. That can be a post-story thing. In fact, is any of these? No. I believe it's one of these. It's like, if it's over 200, she does more. Increases effect resistance by 50. Not bad. There. When it exceeds 200, increase her and health by 20. Then for everyone excess speed, they're healing up by 1% up to 200. So you really want them at like 400 speed. Max. That is nutty. Wait, what was that? What's this stuff? Oh, okay. Okay. They've got different... I didn't know that bit. So that's a shame. Her kit's not going to be 100% ready. But, nonetheless, we can throw her on the team. Which does feel kind of bad. I'm real sorry, Lucia. You stuck around at least for one patch, you know. But, there is a new girl on the team.
Thank goodness! It's Cassie! We're saved! Little Ika, wake up! Look! Dragon!
Ika? Right, let's also have a quick look while we are doing this. Let's look at the fat fuck himself. 0 speed. 71 crit damage. Obviously that's gonna get better. 16 crit rate. But in battle, this 16, I'm guessing then, becomes 100. In battle it becomes 100. Right. I think we're ready. Let's see his ability. I had not seen any of what she does, by the way, before this. In fact, no, we're not ready. There's a few more summons we can do. Yeah, there's a few more. We also can exchange. Throw some money back in the system. Put this back up. And prepare for the cat. We have some standard summons. So I don't know if we're owed. I don't think we are owed anything at the moment. I think we got 5-star pretty recently. Yes, we got a Bailu 5 ago. But I like throwing these out every now and then, so... Ah, a Sampo. Plus, if we throw these out, we do get some like, regular summons. So, wow, that is unlucky. 2 Arlands is, well, it's something. I'll give it that. And as I say, that gives us a little more just to put into the Cypher Fund. So Cypher Fund looking at 209, giving us a confirmed Cypher and 29 on Light Cone. Will we get there? I don't know. I guess I should probably... I guess it's time we updated this then. Nah, I'm sorry, but we need men. Swap up my team a little bit here. I think my castress was decent, right? She wasn't fully built, but she has 3 decent stats, I want to say. And Jin can be a lot better now, so... It's been a while since I've swapped everything in here, so... Why not? Although, like I say, careful using my Hyacinth, she isn't built. Well, she's built, but not built. She's... trying her best. Oh, I forgot about those. And there's a new apocalyptic, is there? Noted! There's a new apocalyptic for me to take care of. Well, I think we've done enough. I think it's time. We jump to the story. And we find out where this is going.
What a full day. A good night's sleep is basically guaranteed.
I just pressed the wrong button because I pressed the button for Wuthering. Definitely not playing Wuthering right now. We're almost, oh wow, we're almost all done. I think the only 2 left is Aquila and Kefali, right? Four ascensions, 4 partings. What a long journey it has been. Someone's trying to ring you. Oh, it's an Angry Bird notification. I haven't played. Oh, this isn't Angry Birds. This is Duolingo. I'm coming. Chest? I'll be there right away. Is it yours? What? What? Is that a Neko Arc inspired? Oh my god, she gets Neko Arc inspired. I live with that. Neko Arc is beautiful. Melty Blood, you're beautiful. Only if they're summoning gems.
Oh, Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful, and the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. If I write a letter and put it in a drift bottle, will she be able to read it?
I miss Castris too.
No, this shouldn't be so depressing. Now's not the time.
It's a good
to
thing
feel
she's on my
down.
team.
We gotta pull ourselves together. By the way, it was Miss Cypher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone?
You mean, where isn't she? She'll be right behind us.
Huh?
Is there someone else here?
Yes, and this aura feels so familiar. Let's go check it out together. Be very careful. I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh! Ah. Fat fucking coming! No, interact with everything. I kind of haven't done a lot of the achievement hunting that I said I was going to do. I kind of stopped.
Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up? Careful, careful. It's a piece of black cloth. Now,
Oh,
where have I
shit.
seen this before?
It's the Flame Reaver.
What? How could they be here? Mimi! Look out!
You want to talk, right? Mem, get ready.
Wait! We both know what this thing can do. Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with time's power as soon as we can.
This isn't the Flame Reaver we know.
The River of Souls is full of fish, big and delicious.
What?
Huh? Cypher, is that you?
The flame chase journey stops. Meow, meow.
Meow?
The Flame Reaver's gone mad at the
We
end!
already knew about the mad part, but are we still in danger?
Cypher, get out of the disguise now. Get out of it! Stop tricking us. I get it. You have tricks. I was gonna say, appearing this early,
I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a
if they went straight to the fucking part, straight to the point here, I would have been like, oh my god. Cypher must be fake too. Run!
Don't run! I'm the real Cypher. Really?
Did I point out last time she has little fangs?
Come
I've just
on,
realized.
don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Euphorius
I love
isn't safe
characters
at
with
all.
fangs. Oh,
The
they
whole
get a bonus
place is
point.
full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are.
I'm grateful for that reminder.
Hey, I'm just making it up to you. You're not gonna hold that over me, are you?
Yes.
So, was that a flame disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. What did you think
You
when
used
that
our
happened?
cognition.
Well, We thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie. Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
Power
That's her
to
alt
make
line.
lies into reality? That's got all my hair
Interesting.
standing up.
It's like when they say the title of a movie in it, and you're telling us everything like that.
You think
I doubt
might
that's
be
the whole
lying.
thing.
No need. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you. Besides, we
But
still
I've been
need
the
to
Flame
team
Reaver
up
this
to
whole
go
time.
treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time. Oh, was that your teleslate?
Oh, hi, Fi. Ah!
Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me.
I'm gonna
with the
say,
treasures, and then I'll
we gotta
send
do
you
one
two
then the
to
other,
club.
right? Gonna go live handsomely somewhere after this.
Live handsomely. You mean spend all this money? That's so not why I hunt for treasure.
You're a cat, but you're a partial magpie and a partial
Don't
dragon.
forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change.
You're gonna die off over a single coin is what I think they're getting at here.
As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I
Oh,
won't need to
shit.
care about petty change. And as long as I don't hurt other people when I get what I
Yeah,
want,
so
won't be
I will
walking with
admit I'm
greed.
aware what happens
Right.
this patch. This is the patch
That's-
where things are gonna go to shit.
So, as long as I keep
Oh, boy.
going down this path, all those predestined prophecies.
I don't know
and
what
fates will
happens,
never
I just
catch
know
up to me.
everything goes to shit. Or it's implied that everything goes to shit.
That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on, Grey Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
Sure, fine. Let's go. A few days later, the crash site, the Abyss of Fate. Wait.
So, this is the
Uh-oh.
power of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Donham.
Okay, so there is a theory going round, and I want to make this known.
Archimans hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo.
There is a theory that March created Amphorius in a goddess-like state. Lygus could know about that. Lygus definitely knows what's going on with Amphorius, I feel. And obviously this all has something to do with March. The fact he is now getting one step closer to March via a train car, I'm scared. What are they gonna do with her?
It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Akama. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since. Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Amphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight. Even someone as gifted as yourself.
I really hope we actually get someone like Lygus as a playable. Like an Automata. Another one. If not Lygus, then we need Screwlum sooner than later.
Exactly. Of the 12 titans of Amphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious. The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm. The sky above affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the Flame Chase journey was a carefully considered strategy. Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its...
And you want to come? Do you want to come join us? Do you want to be a trailblazer? We're picking up men. I'm okay with this.
Of course, that's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it.
Dari's gonna sabotage it. I am.
You honor me with your trust. I will be very
What
careful.
is he playing at? What is his angle? I am very suspicious. Yes.
Not exactly, but we Anti-Catherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning. If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner. Hypothetically, Lord Donham, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase?
No
journey?
way. We're in too deep at this point.
It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen.
I use something called the Flame Reaver.
The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests.
Meaning? Just spit it out.
Your prudence impresses me, just as expected.
Yeah, he's part of a secret order.
Don't misunderstand, Lord Donhong. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral.
Is this the
Respect for
party you said that would
I
be
hope to offer a peaceful
out of best
solution
interest?
to ensure the safety of you and your companion.
I'm liking the masks, the half masks.
I will not. As I said, I remain neutral. Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs?
I can't wait for this
So
to
I
be voiced
see.
again.
This is what you call trailblazing.
It's also called having a sense of justice. But we're going all over the place, aren't we?
You have such overwhelming powers. Why? Answer me. Why do you stand in our way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore. Drag him back here, friend.
Let me guess. Training sim.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months ago, that would have knocked me out.
If I'd passed out, that would have been it.
Well, that's why I made sure you were well fed and rested on the road. Thanks for the help. To face Aquila and other potential threats,
He started up his
I must
training arc,
sharpen
which is
myself
interesting.
with the most aggressive methods.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the river of time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began.
Why not get Cartoonist to help?
Don't worry, I've already arranged that.
He can make you a perfect
Of
blade,
course,
and
I
he probably is.
I
A
asked
very
you to make a
special
suitable
looking
divine
one,
weapon
huh?
for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Oh, Cartoonist is part of this flame chase journey after all. Full of energy.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, Finon, I've been somewhat concerned about you. Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that Swordmaster in black.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
Don't worry. I'm not wielding my sword for revenge. He's been through Nikador's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak. Times have changed. The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again and neglect my duties.
You've really grown.
I'm far from finished.
Yeah, that comes next
I must
patch.
continue sharpening my skills until I can match their strength. Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down. I'm out of energy for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Sure, that's what I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work. Today, I'm definitely going to...
What were you reading before?
The girl's little secret. Don't pry.
You're reading
What's the time of
yaoi
this place?
manga, aren't
You
you?
can find whatever you're into here.
God damn it, man.
The three of us
I
might
knew
not
there
be
was something
into
actually hidden in that book of
scholarly
hers.
books, but we could still spend an entire day at the library of Philia.
Here we are. Where was that slate last time? Was it here? Or maybe over here? I'm off to have some fun. It's free time now.
what do we want to read? You know what? By the way, all those manga
Maybe we'll find
references,
any
I
memory.
appreciate it.
Let's take a closer look.
I saw them. One Punch God, One Punch Man. The other one was, I think it was My Little. Was it called like? No, this is not one I just. It's like, I think it was a relative. It's like my relative can't be this cute.
Cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on greens, a poor time for fishing. Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emporius these days?
Superstitions, superstitions. Don't buy into them.
Ah, you scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard.
You burst into my world. You didn't hear me
Well,
complaining.
no more
In fact, you
jokes.
powered me up.
There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
Oh, these cards are so detailed and fine. Ruler, weaver, traveler, healer. But the interpretation for each card is so long.
Oh my god!
I have to memorize
Wait!
them all.
What are you looking at?
Ah! What a coincidence! We meet again.
This means Pink Head might be using tarot cards. Her whole kit might be tarot. If it is, that's bloody. I love tarot. I love characters that utilize the tarot.
So suspicious.
Yeah.
Not like their usual self.
You sure are persistent. All right, all right. I'm totally helpless against your
You
charm.
are acting extremely different now.
What are you guys chatting about?
Super different.
Is this the Emporius Divination Compendium?
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination. But it's not exactly a niche hobby. So why all the secrecy?
I wanted to set up a surprise. Master it in secret and give you all a shock.
What, like you're a
Getting caught
human?
halfway through, it's only natural I feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
You are talking very much like Alicia. It's just
A
clicked.
surprise.
I
huh?
definitely think they're taking that path.
Someone
I think
else
they're
used to
taking the
tell me
path
before.
we thought about. I
She's
think that's
really good at
Alicia.
stargazing and divination,
She
especially
talks
with
very
cards.
much like her. In Japanese, she has some
Yeah,
exact
just like the ones you're
one-to-one
looking at.
lines.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Heidi's Elysiae, wouldn't have disappeared. Don't forget, we've got Lady Trina. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
Not faith in these things that bad sometimes.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. Fate always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown.
You really thought about this, haven't you?
After all, the first chapter of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination. I'm just expanding on that a bit.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things. Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me,
Oh, they have
it
no.
would feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes.
That's confirmation. That's confirmation. Mem is at least related. God, after like so many patches of thinking it to hear some form of in-game confirmation. It's oh god, I got shivers.
Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly. It utterly captivated me as a child. Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Oh, wow! It's so exquisite! I'd love to have a card like that.
I gotta craft a mem-specific deck.
Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Hereditary of Humanity, Alicia use crystals in their moveset.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all.
When is the reveal coming?
Remember
Let's
our
just
first
get it
trip
done.
To the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle that
Sorry that
Orin
I'm
posed to
getting
us?
all giddy over something so silly. Who's that?
Who's there?
I said it first. Oh, it's them.
You are...
Eyes peeled, everyone.
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord Finan, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly.
It's been claimed.
Your friend
Clothes are
seems
cast.
quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord Finan. It would be the polite thing. We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
Mem, get my back.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the
Bonk.
Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners. Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
So why are they coming up now and not before?
This historical perspective
We're gonna
seems
ask, why now?
biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors. Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord Finan? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akama to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace. And they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Finan. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
It's a fight. Well, let's get on with it. Enough chit chat.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves. All right, let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language and don't say anything you might.
Don't tell me you've got a darn hung, because I won't
My
believe you.
shoulders might be sore and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
Whoa. Serious Fanart. Oh my. It's getting warm in here. Talk to me like that.
How's it going, Cinny? This place fits, doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Chibi. With this, the Twilight Courtyard can be reborn in Akama. Do you like it here too, little Ika?
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Chibi makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky, and I'd like it to continue.
Right. How does the legend go again?
Even Lady Chibi forgets things.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Just give us some time and we'll remember. Ah! Now we remember. Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5. With Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end. Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the land. Finally, those descended from Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove. The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories. But the details from that time have become somewhat hazy to us.
Oh, I forgot. For Lady Chibi, history is more than just words on a page. It's something you've personally lived through. Little Ika loves listening to the stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Seliosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing. Lord Crediros?
Miss Hyacinth. And Lady Chibi. Good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and came to check.
Doing all right. What's going on, Crediros?
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady Aglaya here, Akama would remain peaceful.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as
No
they
shit,
once
she's
were.
going blind.
Aggie.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the golden threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
The Chrysos heirs won by only one vote, Lady Chibi. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
Trouble! Miss Hyacinth! Trouble!
Clementine. Take a breath. What's going on?
It's Torbeck.
Please!
He's
Something
back.
terrible has happened at Marmorial Palace!
Sorry, had to. Again, I've been
What is
watching
it, Doctor?
so-
Calm yourself and talk us through.
Lady Aglaya! It's Lady Aglaya who's in trouble.
Oh.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Gold Weaver. But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
Oh, for fuck's sake, of course it's her.
Aglaya, Aglaya, you ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence. Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from dawn cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Someone really took it goddamn personally.
Gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now. These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish. The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your
Don't tell me
control
you've
over
pulled the
Honkai has
Reaver
weakened.
here.
You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Droma's workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every day and keeps you safe from bullies.
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes too? You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth.
I want to
Would you
push
still
her.
become the Aglaya you are today?
They have made a really nice
Look at those
enemy to hate here.
broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about them?
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go.
Oh my god, no!
I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment.
Are we getting the first
to let
death?
my departure become a path for others to follow. Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now, and sink into the warmth of these waters, will the wandering wind stop to mourn me, Cyphra?
Seamstress! I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures.
Oh god.
I bet there's stuff here you've
The
missed.
deaths begin, I think. Thing is, she does it quick, and people look up, they'll see her up there.
Buy the most valuable clothes you have.
If a Goliath falls and
Little
writes
thief, You've got
Canis.
some nerve barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags.
Right, Canis. In her blood.
What have you brought? Let me see.
Incriminate the bitch.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire?
Incriminate the bitch!
The gooses.
Do a fucking Danganronpa 1 and fuck her over.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tier of this quality in my mother's treasury.
Oh, I wonder why.
Wait. You've seen one before. And here I thought I'd leave you speechless. What a letdown.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
Wow. A daughter rebuilding her family business. How admirable. Enough with the jokes. At least you did get to enjoy those luxuries.
Mind your manners, Kitty. Tell me, Cyphra, where did you come from? And how did you acquire these treasures?
I won them fair and square in a bet. What? Do you doubt me? Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face, but my golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Is that so? The scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Come on. Can't we just do business
Oh,
without
look
this
at
chatter?
her.
Don't worry. I didn't leave any evidence, so
Oh.
no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say? You're so skilled at lying.
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time. Fine. If you don't want it. There are plenty of others who do.
Hold on. Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the Gold Weaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
Oh. What do you have in mind?
Look. Come a bit closer.
Oh. It's
Oh, they're winged boots as well, like Hermes.
absolutely stunning.
These golden
think it's
boots
Hermes?
are the Gold Weaver's greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power. Legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently. Put them on, Cyphra. Then don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you? Well, I'm taking these now, so don't get any second thoughts.
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size? These are way too big for me.
You'll grow into them.
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power. You're Amphorius' most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by a Glyad.
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls. Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know. Satisfied?
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is. Let me take a good sniff of this air.
Ah, it smells like corpses! Oh god, she likes the smell of corpses.
It's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Thanks to Castorus and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it. Time for treasure hunting, Barto! Lead the way, and whatever we find, we'll split 80-20.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead?
Listen closely. Do you hear that? The gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling.
Girl, really?
80-20 it is. How generous you are, Boss Lady Cypher.
Bartholos is such a flippin'
Anyway,
pushover. I
what's
love
with all
it.
this water? It's damp, cold, and miserable here. I hate it.
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery. Uneasy
Watch your
around
tongue.
water.
You wouldn't understand. The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming. Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps? Take your pick.
What's got you so worked up? Relax, relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cypher was afraid?
Everyone's afraid of something.
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that? Now, hurry up and figure out a way across. Or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me. Let me take a look around. Got it. Let's use that thing. Come on, follow me, Boss Lady.
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around, Boss Lady?
Ah, hang on.
Trying to trick me into saying something.
Ooh, interesting.
You're one of the assassins.
Interesting.
Was this device designed by priests of Ornyx? Do you think you can handle it?
Don't underestimate me, boss. Just find a cozy dry corner and wait for me. Mission accomplished. Now you don't have to worry about your tail getting wet.
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing fails while we're halfway through the water...
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20% cut of the loot, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Huh. This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick?
And there's a barricade over here, originally. Oh, there it is.
We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing. The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to Grey Mystery. Yes, right here. What are you waiting for? Start digging.
Roger that. Watch me.
Wow! That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow, wow. A massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears. Here, take this. See if it suits you.
Ooh, thanks for the gift, boss. Much appreciated. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly. Oh, safer, safer. You truly have the most refined taste of all thieves and employees. Let me try this on. Huh? Where is my treasure?
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this. demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. All right, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing. Lead the way.
Cipher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting navigation. Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course. Spend nothing. Have you...
Isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
Isn't that the controller for the hand of Zagreus? Here we go round the river of souls. Spirit.
There's a big guy guard. Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so ugly?
Yeah, so ugly. Ugly enough to make even me, a little imp without a digestive system, feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking. Clearly running away is the sensible choice.
No, I roll to attack.
So, how about you take the front? I'll attack from the side.
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature. Huh?
Boom. Let's see our first combat with Hyacinth!
Net markers activate.
See how this goes.
Root here. Embrace a new life. May death protect us! Eternal.
So leave it with... Ready for another? Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
As you wish.
Have some sunshine. Dispel the gloom. Restore the skies.
Incoming! Hey, I'd say 27,000 general hit.
All will be
Not
swept away
bad.
by the wind.
Actually,
So leave it with...
that's not bad. Now give us some
Such
actual
an ugly and useless
boosts and
creature,
yeah, that's
taken
gonna
down with just a couple of hits.
really be good.
How
Jesus.
boring. Hey, Bartolos, are you still alive? Give us a squeak if you are.
Here! Squeak!
Look at you, all shaken up. Can't handle even this bit of action. Should be safe here now. Get to work.
Aye, boss lady Cipher.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Since we've already dug it up, let's open it and see. Huh. Is this?
Ooh, this looks tragic. Do you think they made it to Akuma?
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akuma. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. Huh. It does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such... devastation. Meanwhile, those in Akuma, simply because they're supported by the world-bearing Titan, continue to survive.
Yeah, the world just isn't fair, is it? Speaking of the world-bearing Titan, Cipher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's bracelet?
Huh? Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long your memory's gotten a little fuzzy.
Ah, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been what? Nearly 1,000 years?
Oh, I see. But you in a priest robe? Now that's hard to picture.
Who asked you to picture that? Besides, Priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot. Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is right in front of us.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan. Should we call on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Xandris?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy. All right. Do you want to handle?
Leave it to me, boss. I don't need a controller. After all, you know. Hand of Zagreus, my darling. Activate! Looks like a charm.
What, aiming at you? No, I wouldn't dare.
However, I still don't see how this ties into trickery.
Let's go to the next room.
Hey, slow down. That question you asked me earlier. I think I just remembered something.
What did I ask?
You know, that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the second chest?
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask anything. You must have imagined it.
Oh. Is that so? Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately. I need to relax. All right, let's move on to the next treasure trove.
Treasure, let's go!
Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best.
Wow, when it comes to singing, I still sound better than you, boss.
Sacrilege.
Go beyond all time and space on the journey of flame chase.
Okay, that's cute. People would have missed that? Really? I feel sorry for him. They missed out on a lot.
This scent feels like something incredible is buried here.
It's your doom!
Incredible indeed! If even boss lady says so, how could I not be excited?
Do I need to give instructions here? Get digging.
What?
Oh, isn't this a golden scapegoat? Interesting. Looks like whoever buried this treasure wanted to play a little game with us.
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who did not became human.
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here, this honor's all yours.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley. Just leave it to little old me.
What for the dumb ghost? I don't know. Oh my god, it's really easy as well.
Told you.
How is this gonna come tumbling down for this faker?
Cyber, it's your turn now.
Stop. Stay there. And don't turn around.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told you. Don't move.
My poor old back. What are you doing?
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary. That seamstress. She's listening.
What? Boss, do you mean?
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her. Whoa, whoa! Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck. With only the power of this little nymph, naturally I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cyphera.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. Aglaya. You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck a bit too far?
I'm sorry, Cyphera. I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up like this. I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong, replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face.
Don't talk to me like that. You know I can't take it.
1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever known.
My silence.
So this time, I must say this to you, even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cyphera. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you. The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, Seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cyphera.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
What a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under that goat's head.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing valuable left. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded away all that they once were.
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad. Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible woman. When did she... Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigods, we can't avoid our duties forever.
Could it have been back then? When?
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted. Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take over. Make you spill secrets you'd never share otherwise.
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide! Creepy. Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
We've been partners in
Only
crime
Aglea
for 1,000
knew that.
years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except for that one experience at Dawn Cloud. I never told you about that. I absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglaya. Isn't that right, Zagreus?
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
There he is.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive.
Yeah.
To make sure you survive the
There we
time and
go.
to fool the entire world. If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Even if it weren't for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire for Cypher without hesitation.
You may have been reduced to this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Cypher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart, are you? Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now? Don't you think?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
You're back again, Cyphera. Your face.
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe. I promise.
You're bleeding golden blood.
Yes. What about it? So what if I'm one of those chrysosairs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes. World-renowned swordsmen. Exceptionally intelligent scholars.
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper. Thief. Con artist. Maybe I should just make another cut to drain all this yellow stuff out of me.
Stop it, Cyphera. I'll give you clothes. Warm you up and stay here. Stay in my workshop until you're healed.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got these wounds? Right. What's the use? I'm so good at lying. Even your golden thread can be fooled. If you can't verify the truth, why bother asking at all?
I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival. At all costs, stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again. Stay by my side, and you can start putting yourself back together.
Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and sell them?
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things.
You're weird, seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life. I've tried not to become a liar. But honestly, it's just too hard. I'm close to giving up. What makes you think I won't disappoint you?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod,
Poor baby.
but with the heart that beats in my chest. You love this place. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Gold Weaver name. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, the mission I need to complete requires me to learn to trust and rely on my heart. Cyphera, you're an honest thing I've given to this world. And also a challenge the world has given to me. Stay here with me. You have a beautiful face that deserves better than to be covered in scars and grime.
You've got a way of talking that's hard to follow. All right, let's make it a deal. You have 1 day to change your mind. Once the action hour passes, there's no turning back.
Oh yeah, wait, we're in danger as well, aren't we? I didn't think about that. Fight first, questions later.
Pressure, fear, planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the strategy they've chosen. From what I know, these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking,
oh my god,
is
really?
the 27th kindness. Objectively, the rise of the
God
Clippers
damn
was
it.
both inevitable and necessary. Yet their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history. Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who find ways to profit from the chaos.
And Sparkle wasn't even invited.
To ask the
Shame.
vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal may be no easier than creating a miracle.
There you are, Lord Donghung. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate. You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot ends here. You played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only chance to survive. Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart. Because Aglaya is dead, and in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is on your hands.
So she did. Oh.
Looks like she was wrong about you.
She? Are you talking about the mastermind behind all of this?
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is. They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few days. But I must warn you, I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back. They're lucky they're still alive. If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Bro, you sound so cool.
Finon is seriously upset.
Get out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
I've said it more than once, Lord Finon. We're not here to start a fight. We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else. While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission to buy time. So, Lord Finon, until next time.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far.
Can they have a chance?
Probably a desperate gamble. I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the flame chase journey. If the conspiracy is exposed, they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run. My teleslate.
What's going on, Garment Maker? Shit, so yeah, our first death. Well.
Aglaya.
Our first death of the patch. Shit.
Blasted. Those guys.
Is it a fake out death or a proper one, man?
Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes. I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
Finon, what should we do now?
Stay on course. I'll contact Chibi and ask her to keep the citizens calm. We'll hurry back to Akama as fast as possible and assess the situation in the city. If we run into any enemies along the way, I won't be merciful this time.
Cartonis?
Hmm?
Oh, you're forging a sword for Finan, aren't you?
Did she, in her last moments, bestow the last gift she could?
By the sight.
She knew this was going to happen, kind of thing, so...
You, Aglaya, in this form you come to me. It means...
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has come to an end. It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course. The pact I haven't forgotten.
The thing I entrusted to you. Do you still have it?
Far too plain this vessel is. Not worthy of you. Do you still insist?
Wait.
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood could have been like hers.
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you already planned?
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan this time. I deeply regret not being able to say farewell to them, one by one. The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was. Though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be. Is that what you want, Aglaya?
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, Cartonis. I need you to do this for me. Condense my divinity into this ornament. It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child, there's no need to. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Your praise puts my heart at ease, Grand Craftsman. Now, please, take me through the last tempering that fate has to offer.
The city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight, and all the market stalls have closed down temporarily. I hope so. I just can't believe she'd be taken down by a handful of assassins. If this is all part of a larger plan, Chibi must know something. She just couldn't say it in the message. Let's go find her. came back before us. Well, don't worry. The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Krateros, were you in the city when it happened? What exactly went down?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine. Just tell me.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglaia fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, gods.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her. She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
I also don't understand. This doesn't add up. The ones who appeared in the grove and those who confronted Dunhung in the Abyss didn't immediately resort to violence.
Like they said, they were buying time to let this happen.
And trying to intimidate. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglaia. Perhaps...
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaia gone, someone has to take her place and lead Akama. Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaia dead. You might want to speak with her.
Thank you, Lord Krateros. The baths are empty.
This feels unreal that the characters are starting to drop now. This is what, the second death? Obviously one of the Tribs. And now Aglaia. And the others are expected to go at some point. The Chrysos heirs are reincarnated to die each time. Wait, what? Where did his sunglasses go?
Hyacinth.
You're back. I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Chibi and Lady Trinan after the incident. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now.
How two of them holding up?
Not well. After all, we witnessed Lady Aglaia's last moments. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky...
Well, we're gonna go and have a word with the Sky God then.
Declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor.
It never gets easy to declare death. Ever.
Lord Finan, don't push yourself. You're carrying a heavier burden now. Please, don't fall.
Poor choice of words.
It's fine.
Ouch. Oh.
What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Chibi and Trinan, they've lost a 1,000-year-old bond. Like they're losing a part of their lives. You should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you? We'll handle things from here.
Okay. See you later, everyone.
Next, we should visit Lady Chibi.
I'm on my way to give these two a massive hug, because even though they're grown adults in their form, protective parent mode is active. Wait. My little guy still doesn't have his sunglasses. He's lost his sunglasses. So you get him out in the idol? Hey. You have games on your phone?
Let's have a break.
You have games on your phone? Bubbles, go support them.
Snowy. Little Gray. You're back.
Lady Chibi, I...
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akuma. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey. So, we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey. Yet, she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
I know what Aglaya expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akuma needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time was right.
Well, no better time.
I think now's the right time.
Finan, my humble student, my trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the Flame Chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible. I deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated Kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when Kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways, but my words slipped out before I could even think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city. You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was running short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer. But I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the darkness, terrified of their heads being cut off by the golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness deliberately to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows. The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Akuma still has you to guide them, Finan. You're not perfect, Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn. The heavy burdens of your past have always weighed you down, inflicting deep pain. Yet, in your way, you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally. That might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional love. Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed. You are the destined world-bearer of Amphorius, the gate to Amphorius's future. Go, complete the flame-chased journey of the prophecy, ignite the stars, and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
Aglaya, how could I possibly be worthy of the burning torch you've passed into my hands? Donang, can you do me a favor? Please deliver a message to Lord Krateros. Have him gather the Holy City guards and the Kremnoans to spread the word from door to door. At the lucid hour tomorrow, Finan will speak at the Marmorial Palace. Urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the flame-chased journey to attend this gathering. Tell them Aglaya has left Amphorius the seeds of hope. Thank you. It's been a harrowing day for everyone. Please make sure to rest well and collect your thoughts. I need to prepare. Cartonis.
Peter!
What brings you to Marmorial
The
Palace?
Cartonis is here.
I plan to get everything settled before coming to see you. Is there something urgent, Cartonis?
How are you holding up, I wanted to see. Better than I expected, you seem.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the Chrysos heirs is still strong.
Right, your assessment is. Now, here. Take this.
Is this it?
Wait a second.
Dawnmaker. The name I've chosen
Wait a
for
second.
it. Before dawn.
That looks familiar.
Prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword. Befits your stature, it does. Chrysos heir.
Dawnmaker. Unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad swordmaster.
Oh!
You recreated this so precisely.
A bit of a red herring,
Just
I
what
see. Or I'm smelling here.
Precise your description. Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have. Guided by your will, gleam with
Trying to throw people off the scent by
flames.
saying, oh, it's a different blade.
Will wield it. May triumph always be yours.
This really gets me excited to find out who the Flame Reaver is as well.
Thank you, Cartonis. I will use this sword to protect the beings of Amphorius.
Another thing there is.
What's this?
Stored here. The remnants of Aglaya's divinity are. This was her commission. Her death she had long foreseen.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little. In this way, she wanted to be with you. Always.
Thanks, Mom.
I understand. Let me keep it. With this, I'll have another constant companion by my side. May this world never have a need for a deliverer. Someone told me long ago. But when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray,
They're talking about her a lot, I gotta say.
she could see me now.
They're talking about Serene a lot. Or Serene.
Against their destiny.
I wonder if she's gonna turn up in this patch or something, with how much they're talking about her.
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver? Look! Lord Finan is here.
Will he step up to lead Akama?
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep the Chrysos heirs' flame chase alive. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower reason. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes. The strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the flame chase journey. This journey was supposed to
Don't go down a revenge path,
not
please.
divide, to strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. But no one can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver?
Find the murderer! Make them pay!
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective has changed. The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers. Unease. Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now on, Only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the abyss.
Finon has a way with words. Indeed.
The flame chase journey is nearing its end. With only one Titan left for the Chrysos heirs to conquer. Aquila! Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself. Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akima will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaya dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people!
Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better...
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded me that Aglaya left me perhaps the simplest duty in the world. To bear the burden of creation, I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. For the memories of Amphorius will always benefit future generations. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the Holy City for a millennium. She was Akima's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos heirs, the Gold Weaver, Aglaya, and her greatest feat was being a selfless person.
That singing sounds so familiar. That's our song, and Snowy used to love it.
Yes, Lady Trian. For that child filled with anxiety. Your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart. Even if for just a moment.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was little. Now, you've grown so much. Maybe not as cute, but still just as kind.
Time spares no one, so there's nothing we can do. But kindness, you helped nurture it in me.
Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever. Keep it up and stay strong. See you, Snowy.
Goodbye, Lady Trian.
I heard what you said. Are you suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing but sleight of hand?
Not at all, Professor Anaxa. Honestly, without those techniques you taught me, the Flame Chase journey might not have survived.
Good thing your head's still clear. The Chrysos heir of Kefali. I had no idea you had it in you while I was drilling those formulas in your head in class.
Who could have thought, Professor? By the way, I've completely forgotten those formulas now.
Some things never change. In our next lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duties.
I'll be waiting. Goodbye, Professor Anaxa. Miss Castros, aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you have always been so approachable. Ever since we first met, you've seen me as a friend. It was the first time I understood what everyday friendship was like, but that's dangerous.
Dangerous?
Laughing and chatting with you, I sometimes forget who I am. And for someone with my kind of power, that's a real hazard.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Sorry, I forgot to consider your perspective.
Please, no apologies. Despite everything, thinking back on the times we spent together makes me really happy.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Gasteras. Aglaia.
Remember, Finan, after completing the flame chase, leave the decision to initiate the miracle of Genesis to the Amphorians. The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are the true masters of this world.
Rest assured, I always keep your teachings in mind. The difference between a presumptuous hero and a tyrant is a fine line.
Well said. You've got a good memory.
It's late. Anything else you'd like to add?
Anything else? Even in your imagination, I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
No worries. I've long understood how difficult it is for you to open up completely. Thank you for bringing me here, Aglaia.
Maybe what I wanted to save wasn't you, child, but this crumbling world. Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Aglaia.
Did you forget me?
Forget you? Like I'd ever. We aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos. Let's not make this a tearful farewell.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable. I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then. Deliver.
That's very confident of you. I've changed since then. Have you seen this sword? It's a masterpiece freshly forged by Cartonis.
A bold statement for a mere mortal who hasn't yet claimed the power of a titan. See you around. Finan of Ides Elysiae.
It's a date, Mightimos.
What a poignant, yet splendid journey. And it's still not over yet, is it?
Yes, Cyrene.
I was right. In the end,
look at her!
deliverer in this story.
A lot has changed while you were away.
I can't wait to actually get to know her
I've met so
as
many
an
people.
individual.
I've tried
as well.
so many things. I've found new resolve. And I've let go of some attachments. I'm not the same person I used to be.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Finan.
Dawn Cloud. This place holds so many different kinds of memories. I remember you could see the Goldweaver sign from here. All the way down the mountain. But my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cyphera?
You seamstress. Tell me, does Akama have any treasures so rare that not even your... I mean, our shop has seen?
Of course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawn Cloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the Gold Weaver, cannot witness its glamour.
Gem of all worlds. Nice! Got it. Well, please keep looking after the shop while I...
Let me guess, Cypherer. You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawncloud to steal that gem, aren't you?
Read him like a book.
And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
Look, seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden threads?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but your compassion is all over your face, plain as day. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cypherer?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power. You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person. Or even what people call a hero. But I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you! I can't sing as well as Miss Hyceelins! And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Chibi! The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects. But I still want to be... worthy... of you. I want to prove that you've made the right choice. Even thieves can dream. Right?
I know, Cypherer. I know. You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be even worse than everyone else's. You are fated to walk in the dark and bear the world's misunderstanding in this journey. But you have to believe that everyone in this world is unique in their own way. I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery. Even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
Aglaya, I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful. And that everyone is simple. And kind. If only I could get everyone to believe that. Would that lie become reality? If enough people believed in it? Even though it's a lie?
Lies will always be lies, Cypherer. But sometimes they can be more noble than the truth.
Huh. Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost in thoughts.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad. I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just as...
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is a thing of wonder.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all this time to tell me.
Well, I thought you'd need some time to yourself. After she passed away.
None of your business. Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase. You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase, and the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows one by one. But they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kindness. the leader of the cleaners.
Ah, I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the Council Theater, would be the opposition's final trump card against the Chrysos heirs. We're setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cypher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement, and that most enigmatic authority of trickery. I have only one request. Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect Kefali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
Uh-huh. Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cypher.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And this is my conclusion. That lunatic may have lost their mind, but they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was protected by the Council of Elders.
So as soon as we beat Aquila, she can take the core flame.
Sacred Art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with the flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that she's gone, and you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight, with the city's defenses in shambles.
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves in. But since you're the one who brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution in mind.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable. Please be careful.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. I'll do my job. So you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the grove. And through that, stay away from the memories that might make me sad. But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all. I know, little Ika. I know. I too miss the days when we all studied together. But we have an even more important mission this time round. Lord Finan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. Being a descendant of the Sky People, You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while. Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the grove deserves some reminiscence.
I will say, I am going to give Honkai Star Rail a pass on the dragging story from this point forward, because they have come out and apologized for it, and they've admitted that there was too much story elements thrown in. They actually full on, admitted it, which I can give them respect for.
This was where Professor Anaxa gave us the lesson. I can
The
still
lesson?
see that
Oh god,
day
did they
in my
teach you to
mind.
drive? Ah, they never. They said I could never teach a
was your last
fat fuck to drive. No, fat fuck.
Now,
no.
Each of you will head off on your own path. How much the Grove's teachings can help you in the real world depends on how well you can put knowledge into practice. However, heed this warning. If you ever do anything disgraceful out there, don't ever claim you were the student of Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages.
Go out there, do your stuff. If you fuck up, it
There are
wasn't
still
my
other
fault.
classes scheduled on the calendar. Are you sure you didn't?
Firstly, call me Professor Anaxagoras.
Sir, we found this one swimming in the waters of the River Styx.
The last lesson means the last lesson
I've never seen this
I
person in
will
my
teach.
life.
I will be entering seclusion from today onwards to research ancient alchemy. And all my teaching activities will be put on hold.
Ah, I see. So you're saying that the lessons taught by all the other teachers aren't good enough to be considered lessons?
All you do every day is wag that sharp tongue of yours. That's a credit deduction, fine enough IDs Elysiae. I have nothing left to say. Next.
Please wait, Professor. According to the Grove's protocols for a cohort's final class, the lecturer should take some time in that lesson to discuss the students' post-graduation aspirations with them and guide them toward a solid path. Surely you can't skip such a crucial step, Professor.
The teaching assistant, Miss Hyacinth, is truly Professor Anaxa's nemesis.
Fine. Since Hyacinthia insists on this.
Cynthia seems to
let's
be
go
a
through the
part of a
process.
name that's following me at the moment. Oh yeah.
Since some of you are so eager to speak, why don't we start with you, Finan of I.
Just shows how age has
What is your
sharpened them.
post-graduation
I've got to say.
aspiration?
Me? Well, it's not exactly an aspiration, but the only thing I want to do is to protect the people I care about.
I see. So you want to be a hero? How boring. Next.
I didn't say.
Castoris, you've been giggling for quite some time. How about you go next?
Perhaps my answer is a bit vague and meaningless, Professor Anaxagoras, but I hope the world can be freed from the agony of death, so that every living being may find calming peace.
How naive. So naive that it makes me want to weep for your fairy tale.
Oh, little did you know.
See, this is why I don't want to follow those outdated protocols. All I get are boring answers. Since you suggested this whole process, why don't you wrap this up, Hyacinthia? Share your aspiration with everyone, and let's see if yours stands out.
So it's finally my turn. Good thing I came prepared. My aspiration is nothing less than completing the final blank page at the end of the hero's epic.
Blank page? An interesting description. Do explain, assistant.
I've read all of Amphorius's heroic epics while studying at the Grove, and a common thread came to my attention. Almost every epic ends with a description of the hero's achievements. But few mention how the everyday people of that time lived. No one recorded the struggles and suffering the commoners endured.
So you're saying that, instead of legendary heroes, you're more focused on commoners living on the peripheries of historical records.
Perhaps I'm influenced by my background. My ancestor, Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight, raised her spear against the sky and ushered in the flame-chasing era that continues to this day. Her story is told to every child descended from the Skyfolk. We have no doubts about Celiosi's greatness, yet her towering figure overshadowed every record from that entire era. What about the Day Thunder Knight's family, allies, and friends? What about the survivors and those who died in the great battles? Whenever I think about their stories by the campfire, I realize the details of those legends have been long lost. And only Celiosi's name remains. Her brilliance had become as blinding as Aquila's, lording over everything on the ground. That's why I'm glad that my era does not lack heroes. All my ancestors had was a sad past. But I have a future I want to protect. Instead of becoming a hero and ushering in a golden deluge to baptize the world anew, I want to stay in the backline and save all the ordinary humans from drowning in the rising waves. I wish not to return to the sky.
Sorry about
To
that,
walk
Hyacinth. You're
among
kind
the
of on my
masses
team. You're
I
kind of having
believe
to be a frontline
it's the
healer.
only way for the saga of
Sorry.
to include a footnote for the everyday people in its blank page. I'm getting embarrassed from remembering how I said all that, but my beliefs have never changed. Now I really have a chance to stay behind the hero's front line and realize my dream. Danny, what are you doing here? You guessed it. To reach Aquila's realm in the sky, descendants of the Sky People must perform a bloodline ceremony, summon the spirits of our ancestors, and get their blessings. That's the only way for creatures on Earth to forge the rainbow bridge to the sky. And the soul of the first ancestor I want to see is here in the grove. Don't worry. I have little Ika with me. You'll protect me, won't you? Good, Ika. Well, what brings you here, Danny? Right.
I
If all goes
really
as
can't
planned,
wait to find
you
out how
and
March
Gray
is
will
in
be able to
time
go
in all
home
this.
after this mission.
There's actually quite a few things I'm excited for them to reveal. The identity of the Flame Reaver, because they could be red herring us this whole time, and it could be maybe Serene in an alternate timeline where she's the one that lifts.
Could it be that you too have
How
some
March is
hidden
entwined in
powers
all
to make
this.
prophecies now?
What's going on with the Herter? How Black Swan is in all of this.
Nope. I didn't understand that either, little Ika.
There's the new Dan Hung form as well.
Since we've already met up,
There's a
why
lot
don't you
to be
come with me,
excited
Danny?
for. And obviously we still have, what, like 3-4 patches left of this location.
That's the dependable express guard
And they
for
did
you.
say that they couldn't release 4 stars because it would
Should we get
spoil story. So there are 4 stars to hopefully come out of this place. Has he got his sunglasses? My guy still doesn't have his sunglasses. Fast as fuck.
The chromocopter is vibrating. There must be memories.
There must be memories.
This is the divine object of the Sky People.
So
the
I'm trying to get
chromocopter.
some mints from
Our
a cup.
ancestors dictated that
I
when a
tend to put them in
descendant
a
of the
cup.
Skyfolk is ready to challenge
I need to get a
Aquila
plastic
again,
one so you don't hear the ding,
they
ding,
must first
ding whenever
awaken
I'm
the
removing one.
spirits of their ancestors with the chromocopter and receive their benediction. Only after this can the chosen Skyfolk reascend to the heavens. Very prudent, wouldn't you say? The soul of an ancestor slumbers here. Now, I will awaken them.
A dragon slowly rises up. I live! Mushu?
Hi, Cynthia from the Twilight Courtyard. A descendant of the sky who has inherited the duty of flame chase. The time has come to fulfill our clan's destiny.
Ika, I see you staring at it. You're not allowed to eat it. You fat fuck. Every opportunity to call it out, I will.
Please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Who has awakened me?
It's I. Hi, Cynthia. A descendant of the Sky People. I apologize for interrupting your slumber. You are Lord Crispus, aren't you?
Crispus?
I read your story in our family tree.
Crispy bacon.
You were a righteous judge who vindicated many who were wrongfully accused.
I never imagined someone in this era would still remember my name. So, our bloodline and duty have continued to this distant age.
Indeed, it has. I have awakened you in the hope of receiving your blessing. For the flame chase journey is nearing its perfect conclusion, and retrieving the core flame of Aquila is the final challenge the heroes will face.
Perfect conclusion. Hyacinthia, you look very young, and you do not have the bearings of a warrior who can contend with a
Oh, don't
titan.
worry. By the time we get to Aquila, she'll be a lot stronger.
You convince me that this
I promise.
blessing will not turn into a curse, leading a child like you to your demise.
1,000 years ago, Seliosi, who conquered the skies, left behind legends and a will, entrusting the mission to return the Sky Titan's core flame to her descendants, to people like you and me. Though I'm not a warrior, I will not turn away from the mission that has flowed through our blood for 1,000 years. And I am not fighting alone. I have the strongest and most tenacious companions in the world. Amphorius is in an era brimming with heroes. The burden of retrieving Aquila's core flame no longer rests solely on the shoulders of the chosen Skyfolk. I now wield the power of healing. I aim to mend the fissures in the sky and heal the wounds of the people. I desire to define the mission of the Skyfolk in my own terms, to conclude the vigil that has spanned millennia.
I sense resilience in your words. Not an outward resilience, but something deeper within. Receive my blessings, young Hyacinthia. May you gain wings to return to the sky via the bridge of rainbows.
Woo!
Thank you for your trust, Lord Crispus.
LGBT bridge!
Thank you.
That's the
My
one thing to
ancestors
consider, though.
were all pretty strong-willed people.
Both are good.
It won't be easy convincing them.
Whether you see it as a
I've
rainbow
gone through
or
these upcoming
as a significance
conversations
of
in my head
identity,
more times than I can count.
either way's good. It'd be better if you see them both, but
Now, the next ancestor on the
that's
list.
my opinion.
Her spirit is set to rest in the vortex of Genesis.
Oh.
A pity that the ceremony has to be performed in strict order. Shall we head back to Akama together, Danny? I remember. I didn't expect you to keep at it this long. That's so
Can they just
fuzzy,
add a
Danny.
water element already? Or make his new form ice, but he uses water? Because he's controlling water now. Come on.
That makes sense. Bagusa was always described as a fickle titan in the myths.
Or
Since
make
you're
him
offering,
lightning.
Then let me put your skills to the test, Danny.
Do a Legicarus, and although he controls water, make him lightning. Although Legicarus' whole thing is lightning. Everyone just thinks it's water-based because obviously it's one of the few swimming ones. Yeah, it would have been interesting, another element.
Got it. I'm counting on you, Danny.
To be honest, adding a new element in this game doesn't actually change a lot. There's no weakness, like... The weakness is imprinted on enemies. It's not like any move is strong against a certain type, and there's no PvP, so...
The vortex of Genesis. Unbelievable. Danny is full of surprises, but this does feel way more disorienting than the ritual basin. Wait, is Lady Chibi here too? And who is that next to her? Oh, I think I know who that is.
Do you have to go already, Syphie? It's been ages since you were last in Akama. You could have taken some time to rest, and we could have caught up.
That's alright, big sister Chibi. I've gotten used to life on the road. Staying in this bustling city actually feels off. Besides, your prize student gave me an incredibly tough mission to handle.
Cut Snowy some slack, Syphie. He's still so young, yet he's shouldering all the responsibilities Aggie left behind. Besides, Snowy's not the kind to ask for help lightly. Since he came to you, it means you're the best person for the job.
You really spoil him, big sis Chibi.
Guess I'm past the age for someone to look after me.
Syphie.
Just kidding. I get it. That deliverer boy does have a certain charisma about him. It reminds me of a Goliath.
Yeah, it is a bit strange, but
I'm about to head out.
it makes sense in terms of gods
Big
and
sis Chibi.
slight
Before I
forms
go,
of immortality.
got a little gift for you.
In quotations, immortality.
Oh.
Oh!
Didn't expect you to be so thoughtful. What's in it?
That's a part of the game too. If you want to see the full picture of what's inside,
It's
you'll
a
have to wait
bomb!
till nightfall.
Wait, what?
A gift with a mysterious
Oh, God.
twist? Seriously?
Huh? Looks like we have company.
Lady Chibi, and this graceful lady must be Miss Cypher. I'm Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard. Everyone calls me Hyacinth. Pleased to meet you.
Bright and cheery as a lamp. Well, hello there, pink child. I'm Cyphera from the long-fallen city-state of Dolos.
Pink
As for the
child.
rest, it's all in the history books, so
I can
don't need to
appreciate
repeat
that
it here.
one. It's the pink child and the fat fuck.
You're from the Twilight Courtyard. Does that mean...
That might literally become the nicknames.
Yes, I'm a descendant of the Sky.
As annoying as it will get to people.
Chrysos heir about to take over the authority of Sky.
Pinky and the Brawn.
Whoa! That's unexpected. I figured Celiosi's descendant would be... I don't know.
Yeah?
Taller, stronger.
Don't judge a book
She
by
might as well be a
its cover,
newborn.
Syphie. Zinni is a master of her craft. She's the most skilled and dependable physician in all of Amphorius.
Don't worry, Lady Cypher. I may not be as strong and warlike as Lady Celiosi from 1,000 years ago, but I'm confident I can carry out the mission of the Skyfolk.
All this talk about missions, you're making it sound way too serious. You've got to look out for yourself, girl. Don't push yourself too hard. I'd hate to see that cute face all scratched out by Aquila's claws.
The mirroring of Aglaya's line
I
there.
haven't forgotten what Aggie said all those
Anyway, I've got
It wasn't a
mission to handle, so
coincidence.
I'll get going. Good luck, Miss Hyacinth. And if things get tough, just let that deliverer take the lead.
Miss Cypher is in such a hurry.
Don't worry, she's always been like that. It's good to have her back in Akama lending a hand. Oh, well, enough about her for now. You're here because of your mission, aren't you, Sunny? It's the perfect opportunity for me to go and tuck Cypher's gift away somewhere safe. The Vortex of Genesis is all yours.
Looks like we're cutting it close
I
on
will
time
join the
tonight.
heroes of the prophecy to return to
I'm
the
okay with
sky
this.
and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Oh, you can skip them. I feel like these are too important to skip.
Child, what brings you before me? Could it be you're a descendant of the Sky People?
Yes, I am Hyacinthia of the Twilight Courtyard, the successor of the Sky People's flame chase duty. You must be Gem Electra. Legend has it that during the Chrysos War, you led our people to ally with Akama and held back the Kremnoan forces. It was your victory that earned the Sky People a place in the Holy City.
It's getting towards that time of the night.
Hyacinthia.
I don't have enough
You
coffee.
seem well versed in our clan's history. And this is the Vortex of Genesis?
It is. Look, 10 stars have already been lit. The Chrysos era's flame chase journey is nearing its end.
Are those the core flames of Fagusa and Giorios? Does that mean Hycelans and the Mountain Dwellers successfully carried out their duty? As fellow pillars of Amphorius, who would have thought that Sky's duty could only be fulfilled after 1,000 years?
It's because Sky shelters all beneath it. If it were to shatter, the world would fall apart with it. That's why Lady Aglaya made the core flame of Aquila the final step in our campaign.
Aglaya? Is she still on the flame chase journey after 1,000 years?
Unfortunately, she has recently left us. But you're right. She was indeed still guiding the Chrysos heirs forward.
Incredible. That girl actually managed to endure the merciless erosion of time. And lasted for so long. Answer me, Hyacinthia. Since you recognize me, you must have also read my writings, no?
Every record regarding my lineage is etched in my memory, including your words.
In that case, you're probably aware of the prophecy I sought from a certain Trebios.
Yes. At the end of the Rainbow Bridge, the Sky Folk will mend dusk and dawn. But unfortunately, no ancestor has ever been able to truly decipher its meaning.
I see. Yet, Trebios's prophecies never fail. Perhaps you'll be the one to witness its fulfillment, child. May the prophecy lead you to a gentle fate.
Thank you, Lady Ectra. Whatever fate the prophecy holds, I'll face it head on. It's only by giving everything we have that we can truly accept any outcome with a smile. Won't you agree?
I like you, child. I wish this conversation could go on a little longer. Take my blessing, Hyacinthia. When I first saw you, I indeed had my doubts. But your resolve has touched me. If Sky's divinity is fated to pass on, I hope it incorporates your optimism and kindness.
Your blessing is a treasure beyond measure, General. Rest well. I'll make sure your gift is put to its best use. General Ectra is so different from how the records described her. She's quite a gentle person. All right, time to head back to the grove. I shouldn't keep Danny and little Ika waiting. It went great. Your spirit water art was a huge help, Danny. What's wrong, Danny? You've always been a bit of a sensitive soul, haven't you, Danny? Lady Trina deciphers countless prophecies every day, and this one's just another among many. Don't worry too much about it. Come on, Danny. Don't look so gloomy. We're gonna have to take a long trip for the final visit to the ancestors. Our final stop is Lord Mighty's home, Castrum Kremnos. We're here. This is it. Lord Mighty has been fighting the Black Tide here, alone day after day. I'm worried about him. That means he hasn't been consumed by the Black Tide's madness yet. We're here to complete an important mission. We shouldn't interfere with this battlefield. Don't you agree, Danny?
But what if he needs healing? Oh, wait.
Sleeping spirit is my grandmother. Yes, my grandmother Jacintha was a warrior. She represented the Twilight Courtyard in the Kremnos Festival. She fought her way through every challenge and reached the final stage of the Kremnos Festival. She was just one step away from securing a peace treaty for the Skyfolk, but was ultimately defeated by the champion warrior of that time. I've never looked too deeply into the details of such ritualistic violence. The scroll simply described it as a glorious duel, but behind the glorious duel was a tragic end. Not long after the festival, my grandmother's injuries worsened, and she passed away far from home. This prophecy tablet was left here by the Kremnoans to honor her final wish. Her death marked the final collapse of the Twilight Courtyard, already fragile under the shadow of war. Seeing him lying there, gravely wounded, bleeding out, I can't put what I felt at that moment into words. But when I heard Lord Craterhouse took that fatal blow to protect Lady Trianne, all those tangled feelings faded away. To quote Lord Finan, Craterhouse must have done that to become a better man. You're getting better at this, Danny. In her final diary entry, my grandmother wrote that when the moment of destiny comes, a descendant of the Sky People would deliver the message of their departure to her spirit. I wonder what she'd think when the one awaking her turns out to be her beloved granddaughter. I
Well,
will join
only one
the
way to
heroes
find
of
out.
the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Is this the world of the living? Wait. You. Could you be?
Grandmother? It's me. You're Hyacinthia.
Hyacinthia. My little hummingbird. Why? How? Why is it you who awakened me? I have never imagined this.
I thought I would feel happy for all my ancestors when this day came, but now I can't even experience the joy of seeing you again.
Do you remember that you and Father took me to my very first skyrite when I was 8? Back then, you wanted me to pick one accessory out of 4. The sun crown representing nobility, the storm bracelet symbolizing strength, the ice ring embodying wisdom, and the radiant pendant signifying kindness. Grandmother, do you remember the one I chose?
You spoke an innocent little prayer, infusing a faint thread of light to that modest pendant.
Yes, and I remember how surprised you were. In all those centuries, no other child of the Sky People had ever made the same choice I did.
Hyacinthia, there was a time when I thought you were a timid child. You never had much interest in swords or battle and had no relation to that fiery determination and strength in our blood. Yet I've told myself, that's not a bad thing. If my hummingbird could live her life in kindness and optimism, then it'd be a good thing. I never thought the burden of retrieving the core flame of Aquila would fall to you.
Don't worry about me, Grandmother. I believe what makes someone a Skyfolk isn't just outstanding strength, but the capacity to shape the world. When the world cried out for a hero to challenge the gods 1,000 years ago, Zeliosi stepped forward and began the flame-chasing era. And now, as the flame chase journey nears its end, this broken world is crying out for something else. Healing. Isn't it poetic? A saga that spans 1,000 years, began with Sky, and will also end with Sky.
You're still as optimistic as ever, just like when you were a kid. If your mind is set, Hyacinthia, then carry your resolve through to the very end. Return to the sky with my blessing, and watch over this world on the threshold of salvation.
Grandmother, thank you. But I have one last request.
Speak, Hyacinthia. We should still have some time.
Before you go, could you tell me the tale of the Sky Hero once more? Just like you used to?
Then listen closely, my dearest hummingbird. After all, this will be the last time. For millennia, the Titans waged relentless wars, leaving the world scarred and ravaged. A century of the Chrysos War plunged the nations into chaos and decay. Until a spear, fueled by mortal rage, pierced through the smoke and flames that buried the prophecy of deliverance. Aquila, the celestial shaper, the 100-eyed divine bird crowned with the blazing sun and wielding thunder. Those struck blind in 99 eyes by Nikedor, they kept one eye glaring at the children of Twilight who received divine blessing, yet turned their weapons against the gods. The Chrysos heir of the sky, Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, ascended the forbidden lands of the Eye of Twilight at dusk, clad in wings. To her left was the lion-headed Solibus the Sunlit Wings, whose roars breathed divine flames and scorched the world. To her right was the horse-bodied Lunibus, the Moonlit Plume, whose graceful steps trampled the stars in the heavens. The one warrior and her two beasts challenged the ruler of the sky, determined to seize the divine core flame through plunder. The Titans' every roar summoned lightning bolts, and their every movement stirred cyclones. The wounded Titan's blood poured down like boiling rain upon the world and converged into scalding torrents. In the final moments of battle, the sunlit wings set the Titan's wings aflame, while the moonlit plume sealed the divine body. The battered hero of the sky, with her wings broken and her body covered in wounds, struggled to lift her spear and pierced the last monstrous eye. The Titan's divine body crashed to the ground, and with it, the sky tore apart like fabric, about to fall with its god. The fear and pleas of mortals urged the hero of the sky to rise again. Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, the first of the Chrysos heirs to slay a god in this world, charged into the crumbling body of Aquila with her two fearless winged companions. She merged with the Titan, holding up the sky once more, only to leave behind a powerful message for the world. My descendants will be blessed and cross the Rainbow Bridge back to the sky. At the end of the prophecy of Genesis, they will reclaim the core flame from my hands.
Today's the day.
Wow, I didn't expect it to be so lively up here. Are these people here to send off the Chrysos heirs?
There's Finan. Let's go talk to him.
I know this is a big ask, Namazuni. I hope you understand.
Please don't say that, Lord Finan. It's an honor for us to be entrusted with this task.
Go then. Let's hope our concerns don't come true.
They could really actually have made a
I hope you all
4-star
return safely, my
that
lord.
lives here. They really could have. The fat fuck, the devourer of stars. Perhaps it is.
There you are, partner.
Pinky and the brawn.
Yeah, didn't oversleep this time, did you?
Hello, by the way. Welcome on in. I'm enjoying the story so far. I'm getting a little dragged on at this point. We're actually supposed to be ending the stream soon, so I'm thinking.
Always dependable. I just hope you didn't lose any sleep.
I think once we unlock the new area,
fight ahead.
if we unlock the new area,
Ready
the
to
problem
run?
is it'll go into a big bit of
If all
cutscene.
goes according to plan, this could be the last battle where we fight at each other's side.
That's the thing. I'll be in for a long cutscene of
If the curse separating
getting the bridge
Emporius from
open,
the
getting
world
to the new
beyond
area,
sky is truly
and
Aqua's
then
doing.
the first bit of exploration in the new
Then they'll be
area.
able
I
to
don't know if I
return
want to
home
deal with all
after
that.
their fall.
What it does mean is the next stream might be a bit longer, which is like,
That would be a problem.
yeah, that would be a
We need to get you
problem.
home before Aranova.
But you've got a bit to go. Probably want
Let's
to pause
leave
it
the
just before you
emotional
enter the new area.
goodbyes for later.
Exactly.
That'll
That's
give
what I'm
us some time
thinking.
to figure out
I
what
feel
we
like
should
going
be
to the new
doing at that
area.
time.
Marcus, you can
Besides, when we
remind
were
me. You
playing
say that going to the new area is about the halfway
Seal
point.
Slammers. That bumping seal game. Didn't you teach me something back then?
2 new areas. Okay.
Crack the champagne at halftime to watch
Okay, after
victory
just
slip
landing
away.
there. We'll
The
win, dear
last
fellow.
mile is the hardest. That's from Dun Hung. Same principle, just more elegantly put.
Hey, speaking of Dunhung, where is he?
He arrived before everyone else and climbed to the cliff top to wait for us. He's
probably not keen on being the center of attention.
Lord Finan, please make sure you all come back safely.
No promises. Yeah!
The indifferent eye of Twilight and restore a compassionate sky to Enforius.
Okay, it's not putting a large cutscene. That's good.
Thank you all for your blessings.
I've had it before
Rest assured,
where
we're fully prepared.
The game's done that.
But I'm not the main attraction today. Please don't hesitate to cheer for Miss Hyacinth when she arrives.
Miss Hyacinth, the chosen daughter of the sky, the pride of the Twilight Courtyard.
She comes with the destroyer of worlds.
But all of
She's the one thing keeping them back.
And furthermore, while the flame chase journey is led by the Chrysos heirs, it's not just those chosen by Aglaya who contributed to it. Let's extend our gratitude to the 2 warriors of the Outlands who bravely stepped up and risked their lives for those they've never met.
Hero, your saga will be chronicles and epics and celebrated across the New World.
Please don't. I don't want that.
Warrior from the Outlands. Endowed with the might of Orynyx, the vanguard of deliverance.
Just call me the International Galactic Baseballer, please. I'll tell you, what's lovely cosplaying.
You should know when I'm just being polite
Kalis.
and when I'm genuinely
Okay.
speaking from the heart.
And I hope there's some Stell cosplayers out there that do it as well. If I ever do a cosplay masquerade, I ask them to introduce me as the Intergalactic Baseballer.
It's hard to imagine what might have become of Ak.
I don't actually put the character's name. I put Intergalactic
guest of
Baseballer.
honor has
Every chance. Oh my gosh. We have Kevin, Alicia, and main character. Look, I'm not going to be surprised if it's Alicia. Now, what I really would like them to do is a weird surprise, as I say, which I don't know if they're going to do it. I always refer to them as the Intergalactic Baseballer because it's just such
People
a
of Arkema,
funny name, and
I've
it
been
works with the
blessed
map.
by the ancestors of the Sky People.
She believes you my trail.
They have agreed to bestow the 1,000-year mission to me, and to have me claim the core flame of Aquila.
Yeah, what I would really like them to do, and I don't think they're going to go that path, I would like
Today
Flame
is
Reaver
the year
to be Serene.
4932 of the light calendar.
They won't do it,
1062
and
years
it's very
before
unlikely they'll do
Celiose
it, but
initiated the
it's one of those
flame
things that if they
chase
do it, I'll be like, oh my god.
I, Hyacinthia of the Sky People, am prepared to lead the
Waiting
children
until the second
of
part of
humanity
3.4 if
back
possible.
to the sky.
We'll finally get any dot unit.
History doesn't breathe evenly.
I mean, I'm good with dot.
At times it suspends its breath for millennia.
I've got
as
2
the
teams
time
that
is
I'm excited
frozen.
to throw Cypher on.
At other times it pants rapidly.
I know we're
as
getting
it
Cypher in
poised
part
to
2.
topple the world in our civilization in an instant.
What about the
Its hurried
Flame
gasps
Reaver?
have sparked a tempest, sweeping
Part
over
of my
the
brain
zone.
hopes that it's Serene. Rather than being a fallen incarnation of Kevin, aka Finon.
And now,
you see, I come from playing Honkai Impact 3rd, so I know these characters.
Guide us into the heart of
They're,
the
all
sword
these their connotations. I
as
have
the
seen
executioner of this mission.
the journey of the Flame Chasers. The 13 Flame Chasers of the Elysian Realm. I've heard their story and listened to it. And this whole story is actually mirroring it. Not one-to-one. Won't see anything in part or some aspirations. But once we get there, I'm afraid that's going to be where I'll have to stop for now.
Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk.
Just for that, I'm taking your item. Oh yeah, the patch. Well, the Crest areas, Hyacinth's definitely the youngest. No, yeah. Spoilers that have come basically from Elysian Realm. everyone's dead or dies. They are reincarnated as a digital program. So, reincarnation. Kevin is a leader behind it all. But, oh my god. Oh my god! It's magic! They're moonwalking. Well, they're not moonwalking, but... Okay. Alicia is in full control of the Elysian realm. Actually fighting up against a corruption in that story. So there's a possibility of a form of corruption. Like a Flame Reaver. Ooh, wait. I like it. But I do feel like they should have spread the story out to try and not cover too much ground, as they have admitted to. As I said earlier, they admitted they put too much story in this, and it's made it a very convoluted mess. But yeah, there's a lot from Elysian Realm that I am predicting, and I think a lot of us Honkai Impact 3rd players immediately turn to. My god, he broke her arms. Mimi is Alicia. It is very likely. Okay, so I want to bring this up before we go any further. Mem has a very, very similar voice to Serene in terms of their vocal patterns. A lot of Mem's lines in the when we first met Mem mirror when Raiden Mei, not to be mixed up with the Genshin one, meets Alicia for the first time. My, come on, please wake up. Such sort, such form. And the actual dialogue lines are 1-to-1.
It's squishy.
Yes. Mem, if we've also noticed through this patch so far, has been talking a lot about, like, how... Well, they had the whole thing with Finon being like, oh, I'm learning this tarot stuff. Huh, someone I knew used to really like tarot readings.
Let's have a break.
Yeah, with Mem also bringing us back from the Netherworld. And I'm gonna bring this up, okay? I'm gonna try and avoid spoilers as much as possible saying this. What I've seen of a character in the next patch, their kit, and it is not, I will say it is not Cyrene. That I will say. For those that, you know, haven't seen who it is in next patch, I will continue to use neutral. Their ultimate has a animation that mirrors Alicia's part of Alicia's animation in the Because of You MV.
It's squishy.
I hope the MV isn't squishy, Hyacinth. Jeez. There's a lot to be excited about, and I think they're coming. I think it's fair to say
with conquering
they are on the way.
Assembled.
Along with the 4 stars that we were promised. I won't forgive you if you don't give that. And then, of course, the rumors currently are our next planet. 3.0 story's been rolling up. Again, I said it earlier, I don't really care about the Fate collab. And I kind of... They'll probably throw it in the story like as a main thing, won't they? Not a side story. Kind of like how Sparkle appearing in the Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2 story. They actually had her in the legitimate story cutscene for one small section and then an event. Sparkle has not come up since. She was a one-off cutscene. Which is weird. The Fate collab seems cool, but I hope it's not pivotable. I want the new planet to be Lushka. We need a story based on the Trailblazer and the MC desperately. Again, I don't. I think people are already speculating that the next planet we're going to visit is a cyberpunkish, kind of like Kamigawa Neon Dynasty style city. Very resemblant of some of the locations in Honkai Impact 3rd. We are going to be meeting with the Yai. Either Yai Miko or Yai Sakura. Which means Raiden might appear. Because in Impact 3rd, Raiden Mei and Yai Sakura are somewhat linked. Then again though, Sakura is one of the Flame Chasers who didn't appear here. So it is very likely they are holding off for that.
So full of energy, comrades. Seems I chose the perfect day. Hyacinth, it's all yours.
We don't know. It's very likely, but
legend tells of the Sky Folk once divided.
There is also a chance
the Sun Folk
that
worship the sun. The Rain Folk were
like
devoted
with any
to
game
storms,
like this where we're getting all elements,
and the Winter Folk
we become an
waited for science and
omnipresent
snow.
entity, and we become an
Our
an
ancestors
omnipresent
lived under
emanator.
Aqua's light. Yet they were blinded to all but one color. They forgot that the light that illuminates the world is made of countless different colors. That's why the rainbow is my favorite.
There's a lot
For
of
not only
themes
does
that
it
they can
reflect the
definitely
many
go down.
colors, it is also a bridge.
They've well,
And I
you say
intend to
that.
use the rainbow
They've
bridge
also
to
quote
link everyone's
teased
hearts and give hope to every
Mondstadt
soul on
for
Earth.
quite a while. Remember when the game first released and people were saying, "Look in the
Ancestors,
files. Mondstadt is a
with the
planet.
rainbow as your
The Genshin
guide,
Impact universe
lead me back to
is
the
on
home of
here."
the Skyfolk, a land we have not seen for 1,000 years.
Where is it? You know? Oh, here we go.
Oh, Rainbow Bridge, please guide us to ascend to the skies once more.
Fusion summoning! The Rainbow Dragon!
Friends,
Let's
that
go,
is so
Crystal
exciting.
Beasts! Man, I wish the Crystal Beasts were still good in this day and age. They're not. Bifrost, I'll wait. Oh, that's just as good! Release Honkai Map 3rd,
Flying along the rainbow bridge is
middle,
truly an
well,
amazing
yes!
experience.
Well travelled from the Impact 3rd universe to here to save a Himiko.
The Eye of Twilight.
That's how he came across.
legendary
He came across and
Skyfortress
saved
of Aquila.
Himiko, which is why she's alive in this
I never
universe.
imagined that one day I'd be able to step foot on it.
The thing is, and what I want
My ancestors
to happen,
once built a magnificent civilization among the heavens.
I want to know where Carol
The
Pepper
Eye of
is.
Twilight, which we are standing
From the
on,
Honkai Impact
is the
3rd
home
animation
of
that
Aquila,
uses
in the heart of the city-state in the clouds.
the Astral Express.
This must be where the hero Celiosi stood when she challenged Aquila and began the first step of the Flame Chase journey. We are here to end the journey she began.
Oh, sorry, my brain got the wrong thing earlier. Yeah, Akvali is the Trailblaze Aeon, isn't he? Yeah, I think that's possible. That, or the engine itself, becomes its own emanator. I don't know how they would do that, but the train becomes the symbol of it. Of course, we know right now, I think the top three strongest in order is Welt, Hurt, and Acheron. Yeah, I'm not going to argue that Welt is up there somewhere. I would say Acheron is probably the strongest. Maybe even, no. Actually, she's not alive anymore, but Casterus was probably the strongest. Think about it. Granted, she would have to get close. Casterus got close to any of them, as Acheron, Welt, and Herta are all organic. They would start feeling the drain immediately around her from her suffocating aura. They are organic. Now, in a 1v1, you know, it can go either way, you know, depends how fast characters are to strike, depends how... Because, like, you could even fairly say that without any knowledge of them, they would all struggle against Martimos, because they wouldn't know about his weak point. They would have to get his weak point on luck. His Achilles heel would have to be on luck, you know?
Even legends are corroded by time.
So I think it's, always saying strongest, but in strongest in terms of what they can do.
Historical records.
In what they could do, in terms of destruction.
Technology.
Yeah,
which
I'll
made
agree.
Their strategically located Sky Castrum the only force that could face Castrum Kremnos.
It depends. It all depends. I don't really like the idea of which characters is the quote-unquote strongest, because there's a lot of factors that can go into it. You can think, is it one-on-one? How much knowledge of each other do they need? Why are they fighting specifically? So how hard are they fighting? Where are they fighting? You know, there's a lot of factors that will go into changing the outcome of a battle.
Apparently, the division was between the two.
Yes, they are emanators. Although Welt is a technical emanator. Welt is more the recesses of a Hericha.
People made her turn her spear towards the Titan.
Welt in the original universe was the Hericha of Truth, but he passed that on, and that's how it got to Bronya. Not Bronya in this game, but Bronya from Impact Third, who then of course goes further alongside Sealy and becomes a full-blown Hericha, and then moves on. Welt still has his powers from Third and Honkai Star Rail. I think he's got weakened versions of his powers, because he gave up the Hericha core. So he has remnants of the power from it, but he doesn't have it at its full strength, because it was killing him. What he does have is a black hole in his staff. That's where his power mainly comes from. That black hole and being able to control it.
After driving the enraged Titan to the brink of defeat with her two winged companions, they all vanished somewhere in the sky. Her courage was unparalleled. Yet she still could not end Aquila, nor bring back the core flame of Sky.
I also hope we meet Fuha as well,
God within herself,
because Fuha has multiple forms. Obviously,
to support the heavens of Amphorius.
She is an immortal being in Impact Third with so many reincarnations.
I would have considered it a fairy
You have
tale,
the
but after seeing
uptight
what
kind of
happened with
student.
Professor Anaxa,
She has the Hericha of Dominion, which I think is what everyone thinks it's going to be. I think it's going to be Granny Fu.
And that fused hero.
Been
looking down
and there's
on
also
the
going
world
to be
from you for
there's
1,000
Phoenix,
years.
Phoenix Fuha as well, who has the Hericha core of Resurrection. There's a lot of answers. Given said, if you think it's going to be Hunt, I will say Fuha is likely going to be Hericha of Dominion. It's going to be based off Yatta, as people call him. He says his creation capabilities, his biggest strength, he indeed does have a black hole. Creation abilities. He was an inventor as well. I want to make that clear about Impact Third. I think he was behind one of the three main factions in the start of the game. He was the one who put it together. I think it's anti-entropy. He was behind. So he was an inventor. So a lot of that has also transferred. Obviously, if you want to know what actually happened, there is a comic that shows him leaving the Impact Third universe and arriving in the Star Rail universe. There is a comic online about it. Oh, when the Jade Abacus gets used. Oh my god, I can't wait for it. I can't wait for that. But we have reached the new location, I will say. What's ability limit? He needs to know the makeup of what he creates for. Exactly. We have reached the new location. And, wow, we're about half an hour more than I normally do. But we're only... Oh yeah, we're setting about half an hour extra than what I normally do. I could have this discussion like non-stop. We will be back next week, hopefully. I will actually just check, can I make it next week? Or it's difficult right now. I want to continue the story, but I also really want to pull for Cypher when she releases. Now, I don't know if another event mission is dropping in the part 2 of the patch. So I feel like I should just go for it and do the summons separately if need be and return to this next week, because this story is about to get real from what I can tell. So yes, 3rd of June I am available to play. So if you're interested in this game, come back around next Tuesday. If you have liked what you've seen today, if I could be a pester and say about the follow button, I hate to be a pester. We go live every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or attempt to. I do have a Discord where I do post if my conditions aren't allowing me to stream that day. We do a lot of RPGs at the moment. We've got Star Rail and other gachas like Wuthering Waves. We've got Final Fantasy on Thursdays, and currently playing through Spectrobes Beyond the Portals on Saturdays. But I'm also considering, because we're running out of things to do in gacha games, I might try and go ahead and build up a new page and look at playing some old GameCube games via the Wii. I've got Pokemon Colosseum, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and now I've got Spyro, A Hero's Tale, which I really want to play again. On top of that, I've also got games like Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog. I've got a ton of GameCube games that I want to play, and, well, I haven't really got an excuse anymore, have I, if I've got a free slot? Anyway, let's push it over to here. I know this is all going to be in the video. This is very much... Oh, wrong one. I always do this. I very much date when my streams are, when I upload them as archives. Let's see who is currently live. And where can I read you all off into? We see VV with Monster Prom. Oh, someone's playing the new Final Fantasy content. Unfortunately, I can no longer care about new content. That kind of got ruined for me. Baldur's Gate 3. Someone playing Baldur's Gate. What else do we have? Far Cry, Resident Evil. I think Baldur's Gate's a good call. I think sending you all off to some Baldur's Gate. Go from one RPG to another. And it's just as funny when it wants to be. So I'm going to send you guys over to Chub tonight. Please go show them some love and support. They're a great streamer. A great flesh tuber, I must say. And I will see you guys soon. Chrono Arcadia Network. Let's get that music spinning, shall we? And I'll see you next time. Oh, I can't raid. Do you hate it when they say, like, you can't raid into someone? Fine, I'm sending you over to one of my good buds, Lost Angel. Curse you, Twitch. Let me know before I do raid.